So Donald Trump rescinds Biden's Defense Production Act support for solar manufacturing. This story is out today on PV Tech. I'll put it on screen here in a minute, but we were all jumping up and down for joy a couple years ago with the Defense Production Act because it incentivized onshoring and reshoring of manufacturing for things like what? That's
Well,
a question.
specifically, I think it's specifically solar panels was the item in the Production Act. So I think making modules and then maybe one or two levels of them making panels. And and I don't exactly know how it applies for the Defense Production Act. Like, does it make domestic content required, or because I saw one thing, it stated it allowed certain government agencies to invest in solar power production, something to that effect, to move it forward, maybe incentivize. But what this also, it's just part of a broader picture of the incremental changing of the government structure by the current administration, what and it's also then you have to think about the future, about what's coming next.
Yep.
And so this is just another piece of a big machine that was put together, and little pieces are being taken out one by one. So, um, you know, I don't exactly know how to make use of this piece of the legislation and fully understand it, but I know it's part of the bigger reality of what the energy industry's evolving focus is one way of saying it.
Yeah. I mean, governments do good things like industrial policy that incentivize things like manufacturing of various things, but we need things like solar panels. And the DPA, as it's called, Defense Production Act, incentivized domestic production of solar modules. And here we are in 2025, John, and the US is gearing up for 50 gigawatts of domestic solar panel manufacturing, thanks to this and other legislation, thanks to the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act. And for some reason, Donald Trump doesn't think that solar panel factories are important. I would imagine that the governors of Texas, Georgia, Indiana, Arizona, Colorado, and other states will strongly disagree with that because these factories mean jobs and lots of cash flowing into your state, right?